Hello, beautiful music lovers. How are you doing today? I thought I would do a bit of a verbal check-in because I don't do too many of those. Basically, just to do a couple of updates ahead of the new album, which I'm very excited about, by the way. First of all, just to explain the name change. It's been a little while, but I imagine some people would have seen that the name is different and thought, "What's that about? What even is that?" Drew Nairin. It's Nairin, Drew Nairin. So Nairin is my middle name. It's Welsh. I was always quite fond of it, and I thought one day I will do something with this name, but I don't know what. Ultimately, just for sort of simplicity, I always went with my first name and surname, Drew Hall. And when I initially did the whole Spotify, Apple online thing, believe it or not, there are quite a few white guys with beards that wear hats, play guitar and sing, called Drew Hall in the world. I know. I was surprised too. So anyway, that's why I used a 3 instead of an E, just this quirky switch the letter around or whatever. It's an algorithm thing, right? If you type it in, you only find me. That's what I wanted. If you type it in, you'll only find me. Because in my experience before, if you wrote in one of my songs with my name and song word for word on YouTube, it would be like the third page or something, right? Who knows why? Popularity, I don't know. Numbers, 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 numbers. I did that for a while, but truthfully, I was just never entirely happy with it. It sort of dawned on me that it was time to whip out the middle name and see how we got. Long story short, I went through a hard rigmarole of a journey and I changed my music name from Drew Hall with a 3 to Drew without a 3, Nairin. Anyway, that's it, Drew Nairin. You'll probably also see the word star-shaped pegs bounce around, or hear me say star-shaped pegs in one circumstance or another, especially at gigs. Star-shaped pegs is kind of the name of the band. The band plays my music because they're lovely and supportive. They have their own things. In this scenario, star-shaped pegs, they play my music. I didn't want to create an entirely new thing for the band because then all of my songs would just go over there. So we thought basically Drew and the star-shaped pegs, Drew Nairin and the star-shaped pegs. If you were to Google star-shaped pegs, search star-shaped pegs, whatever, hopefully it would draw you to me, Drew Nairin and the star-shaped pegs. Anyway, what does star-shaped pegs mean? Star-shaped pegs, you've all heard of the phrase square peg, round hole, right? Personally, from moving a couple of times as a kid, some of the places that we lived were quite drastically different from the other places. And I just always kind of struggled to feel like I fit. Maybe I've carried that with me into my adult life. I've always felt like a bit of a square peg, round hole kind of thing. On top of that, being the delicate sunflower that I am, I'll always sort of feel a bit that way. As a result, I quite like being part of the misfits group or sit at the weirdo table or whatever. I love that stuff. It dawned on me that maybe it's a good thing sometimes feeling that way. You know, your uniqueness, your individuality is actually quite beautiful and should be celebrated. And the concept of being unable to fit in because you're a star-shaped peg, non-star-shaped hole. Anyway, that's the concept. It's kind of fun. I like it. The new album. There's a new album coming out. I've got a new album coming out. Have I got a new album coming out? It's a new album. Yeah, it's a new album. Yeah, I thought so. I've got a new album coming out. It's called Nairin. It's got recreated versions of some of my songs from a couple of years ago. It's got brand new songs and it has a couple of live tracks from a gig that we did in July, including a cover of one of my favorite BB King songs. So it's quite a mixture in that album and I'm very proud of it. It took me a long time to do. That album is coming out on the 31st of October, which is my birthday. And we're going to do an album launch a couple of days before at the Bath Brew House, obviously, at 5 p.m. Everyone is invited. I've got some CDs. Look. They come in little cello plastic wrap thing. The actual CD leaflets are made out of card. A bit more environmentally friendly and all that. Anyway, this is the CD. You'll be able to get one of these at the album launch if you come. And it should be a really fun time. We're all going to dress up. We're going to do fancy dress. We're going to dress like fools. It's going to be great fun. Then we're going to stick around afterwards and there'll be live music from other acts as well. Very excited. It's going to be such a good day. Anyway, thank you for listening to me ramble on. I hope you're all having a beautiful, blessed day. And now I'm going to play a song for you.